Hello and welcome to my channel. If you're new here or you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and that bell notification that lets you know every time I upload a video. And if you like this video, make sure and give it a thumbs up. And yesterday, while I was wandering around Walmart, of course I had to go to the cosmetics department, even though I didn't need anything from cosmetics. But you know how that goes. I discovered a new brand at Walmart, and this new brand is called Instudiocosmetics. And everything was 97 cents except for a few products like the mascara, the lip oil, and the eyeliner. They were $1.97. Other than that, the single eyeshadows, blush, bronzer, highlighter, all 97 cents. Even this teeny tiny little setting spray. We're going to go ahead and do a full face of Instudiocosmetics, except they didn't have any complexion products, so no foundation, concealer, or setting powder. So I am going to do those off camera. And but we are going to start with the InStudio Mattifying Primer, and this was 97 cents. If you see me looking down, my mirror is down here, so that's where I'm looking at. And I'm just going to go ahead and put some of this on my fingers and go ahead and put this mainly in the T-zone because this is a mattifying primer. So I'm going to focus this where I would get the oiliest. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and do my foundation, concealer, and setting powder, and then I'll be right back. And for foundation, I used my Believe Beauty foundation, and this is in nude. For concealer, I also use Believe Beauty, and this one is in light beige. And then for setting powder, I use the ColourPop No Filter setting powder, and this is in translucent. So the next thing up, we have this bronzer by InStudio, and this is in Fiji. And this looks like, now they didn't have a whole lot of options except for eyeshadow. They had a ton of eyeshadow, but other than that they had limited options on the colors and stuff. So I got this, looks kind of a little bit of a matte warm brown here. Use my Complex Couture Press and Set bronzer brush and go into this. Ooh, that's very pigmented. We're going to have to blend that in. Ooh. That is really, really pigmented. Was not expecting that. Okay. I'm going to take my powder brush and see if I can blend that and tone that down. I go ahead and take some of my setting powder here and see if I can line that up any. There we go. That's much better. Okay, so we'll try that again without quite so much product on there because this is very, very pigmented. So make sure and keep that in mind. Okay. think if you go in with a very light hand and you brush off the extra, I actually think that comes out really nice. As long as you just remember that is really pigmented. Go ahead and do the sides of the nose and the tip of the nose, and just a little bit on the chin. Here we go. Okay, then we have the blush, and I have the blush in Dusk. And knowing that the bronzer was so pigmented, I'm going to take a really light hand for this blush. And I'm using the GG Gorgeous contour brush. And I'm going to go in here very lightly. I really like this color. It's kind of a dusty rose kind of color. And yeah, the blush is just as pigmented as that contour, or as that bronzer. Okay, next I have a highlighter, and this is in Rose Glow here. And it's kind of a rose gold champagne kind of color. And I'm going to use SL Miss Glam tapered face brush for the highlighter. Yeah, and that's a really nice highlighter. It's a little bit dusty. The other ones weren't dusty, but the highlighter seems to be a little bit on the dusty side. And see, it actually is a really good highlighter. So far, I'm really liking these products. For the price, they really work. Okay. Then next, we're going to go ahead and do the eyebrows. I got the brow pencil in medium brown, and it does have a spoolie on one end and a sharpenable pencil on the other. This lid does not go on there tight, so it's going to dry out pretty quick, but that's the only complaint I've seen so far. I'll go ahead and they had very limited choices on color for brows. So they had blonde, medium brown, dark brown, and black. So I went ahead and went with this medium brown. I actually don't think the color's too bad on this. And it goes on pretty good. It's not bad. We'll do the other one to see if we can get it to match. Okay, well, I don't mind that brow pencil much at all. Let's check out the spoolie on the end. Yeah. Actually, I'm quite impressed with that so far. And the colors seem to be a pretty good match. It's on the red side, so if you do get the medium brown, just remember it is definitely warm. The next thing we have is the brow gel, and this is in just brown. They had blonde, brown, dark brown, and black. They did not have clear. Oops. Which is what I prefer for a brow gel, is clear, but we'll go ahead and try this. And the wand is really small, so that's nice. Try to wipe off some of this color. A lot comes on it when you pull it up. Yeah. And that really, it will try to clump up on you, so you have to kind of rub that out with the thing and make sure you don't let it glob. It did darken up my eyebrows quite a bit, almost too dark. So but blonde would have been too light. I wish they would have had, you know, a lighter brown color, but that's okay. It still worked really well. It seems to be, I've applied good and has a good color. So the next thing we have here is a mechanical gel eyeliner, and this is in black. And they did have the mechanical eyeliners, and they also had liquid eyeliner. I don't really use liquid eyeliner, so I got the gel eyeliner. And I'm going to go ahead and do my waterline and tight line. I always do that first so that I don't mess up my eyeshadow after I get it done putting on my eyeliner, because I don't do a wing because I've really hooded eyes, and a wing doesn't really work very well. Gel eyeliner here. Okay, and I actually really like this eyeliner. It's very dark black. And my suggestion though, because at very first it tugged, run it on your hand to warm it up first, and then it applies really nicely. It's really pigmented dark black, so I actually am really impressed with this eyeliner. For $1.97, it beats some of the high-end ones, I'm telling you. Okay, the next thing that we have is an eyeshadow primer, believe it or not. And they only had one shade in the eyeshadow primer at my Walmart. So there's the eyeshadow primer, and this is just in eyeshadow primer. So it's probably the only shade that they have. I'm going to go ahead and apply a little bit of this to both eyelids. It's got just a little teeny tiny little doe foot here, but that works pretty good to apply the eyeshadow base. There we go. So I actually like that. It blurred out the veins on my eyelids, so hopefully it doesn't crease, but so far I haven't been disappointed with anything yet, which is really surprising. So I got 5 eyeshadow colors. I didn't get everything that they had. Now I'll go ahead and swatch these all for you. So this first one is matte, and it's in Toasted Marshmallow. And this is just an almost skin tone color on me. You can see it right here. And then the next one we have is in Tea here. And it's just a matte brown transition color here. These are really soft. They seem to be pretty smooth so far. I'm really liking them. Then the last matte shade that I got is in Rebel. And it's this nice burgundy color here. And I got that to deepen up the crease. And this one is a little bit patchy. That one's a little bit patchy, but not too bad. That is a finger swatch, so hopefully it'll work better on the eye. Okay, and then I picked up 2 shimmers. This first shimmer is in Minx. Here. And this is a nice champagne shimmer. And the shimmer is nice and smooth too. Oh, that is beautiful. That one right here. That went on absolutely smoothly. No problem at all. That is gorgeous. And then the last one I got is in Triced. And there's Triced. And this one is a nice, beautiful copper color. It's a bit darker than that more rosy gold champagne color. We'll go ahead. Look out of these. I actually have high hopes. They seem to be working really well. So I'm going to start out with my Luxie 237 blending brush, and I'm going to go into this Toasted Marshmallow, which is the lightest color, and I'm going to apply that all over the lid and up to my eyebrow to set that eyeshadow primer. I always like to set my eyeshadow primer with a nice pale eyeshadow instead of a powder to start the base of my eyeshadow looks. Okay. Then we're going to go in with this tea, which is this nice brown transition color, and I'm just going to use the same brush and start working that into the crease. Okay, and that is showing up, and it does have good color pigmentation. I'm going to work that up above the crease also. Having hooded eyes, if I just put my eyeshadow in the crease, then I would never be able to see my eyeshadow unless my eyes were closed. So having hooded eyes, I like to work up above the crease with my transition color. And I think it helps to make my eyes look bigger when I do that. I really like this color. It's quite pretty for a transition color. It's really good. And I'm going to go ahead and also take this down on the lower lash line and smudge this all the way across. Just using that same brush, making sure to connect it with the eyeshadow that we already have. Okay. Okay. Next, I'm gonna go in with my just Betty Boop little blending brush here, and I'm just going to blend out that eyeshadow. On top and on bottom, just to make sure we don't have any harsh lines and it's nice and blended. Okay, next I'm gonna take this Rebel color and I'm gonna take that on this Wet n Wild eyeshadow brush here, and I'm just gonna work that into the outer corner here to deepen up that outer corner, and I'm going to take it up into the crease just a little bit after I get most of the eyeshadow off the brush and into the corner. Okay, and I'm also going to take that just on the bottom outer third of the bottom lash line here. I actually think that that's working really good for 97-cent eyeshadow here. That is really nice. And go ahead and take that onto that lower outer third also. Making sure to connect those two together. Now I'm going to take that blending brush that we don't have any product on and blend the edges of that and the lower lash line so we don't have any harsh edges. I'm really liking that. Okay. Now I'm going to take the lighter of the two shimmers. This one is Minx. And I'm going to take my finger and just apply that to the inner corner here. And then do the same on the other side with the inner corner. Okay. And then I'm going to take the darker one, which is Triced, and I'm going to use my finger on that one also and take that in the middle to blend the lighter shimmer with the darker corner color. I think that turned out really pretty. I really like that. For 97 cents, I think these are some really nice eyeshadows, and I'm just going to go ahead and take my blending brush that has no product on it and make sure I have no harsh edges and blend that out. There we go. Very nice. And then I'm gonna take the In Studio mascara, and this is also in black, and go ahead and do my eyelashes. This is a very tiny mascara wand, so we'll see how this goes. So far, I'm not really liking the mascara. So I'm going to go ahead and put a couple of coats on, and we'll see how this turns out. It's not the best mascara that I've ever tried, but you can see my eyelashes, which you can't always see without mascara, so it's not horrible. I've definitely had worse mascara from the drugstore for more than $1.97. So if you're on a budget, I would say go for it. If not, Lash Paradise all day, every day, but from the drugstore. The next thing we got is the In Studio setting spray. And we'll check this out and see how. Okay, it's a pretty fine mist. Ooh, it definitely spurts, so be careful with that. And just take your If you get any dots, you can just take your damp blending sponge and let it dry a little bit, and then take your damp blending sponge and just tap that product in, so then you don't have any dots from where that spray landed. Okay. And last we have lips. Okay, and then for the lips, I picked up a couple of different products here. I have a matte lip cream, and this is in Mischievous. Then I have a lip gloss, and this is in Cupcake. And then I got a lip oil rollerball, and this is in Summer. And I got this because it just looked really pretty. This was one of the things that was $1.97. Go ahead and start out with the liquid matte lipstick here. And this is the doe foot applicator on it. And this is it's really pigmented, but it is a very drying matte formula. So I'm going to go ahead and use the lip gloss in Cupcake on top. That liquid lip did dry down really fast. That lip gloss, it's not very sticky, so that's good. So the only thing, I actually was really impressed with this whole line. I don't think that anything was a real fail. I was really impressed. The only thing I wouldn't really recommend is the mascara, but in a pinch, it'll get the job done. I've definitely seen worse mascaras for a lot more, so I wouldn't even be afraid to repurchase this mascara in a pinch if I didn't have a lot of money. Other than that, everything else was actually really good. The sizes are very small for 97 cents, though. It's a setting spray. Throw it in your purse or in a travel bag. That would be great for that, too. So I was actually, pleasantly surprised. So, if you're new here or you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and that bell notification that lets you know every time I upload a video. If you liked this video, make sure and give it a thumbs up. And that's all I've got for you today. So until next time, bye.